Well, it's a chilly night for football, but I guarantee you, not a single Russellville Cyclone even feels the cool tonight. This is Conway. There's nothing any bigger in a Cyclone season than the Conway Wampus Cats. As you see, Jacob Sparks, Cole Smith. You have number 10, Blake Robinson, and number 44, Addison Walker. Those are the co-captains for Russellville in the road right uniforms with red trim and red numerals. Conway in the home uniforms, the blue with the dark blue helmets and the white trim, the Conway Wampus Cats. And if you remember back to the end of last week's telecast, head coach Jeff Holt said, "We have a little something to settle with Conway." And indeed, that's exactly where we are tonight. 1 year ago, if you remember, Russellville was 8-0. Conway was supposed to be, well, maybe just an afterthought before the Cyclones and the Cabot Panthers met on that big last night of the regular season. Well, let's take a look here. Conway won the toss, decided to defer until the second half. Russellville will receive to begin the first half of football, and Conway will kick. But if you remember, Conway, not a very good season last year, but Russellville came in to play in the Conway Wampus Cats and lost that game after being 8-0 at that point. And of course, then the Cyclones went on, had a tough night with Cabot, but did do some regrouping in the state playoffs. And so head coach Jeff Holt and these Cyclones remember that 1 year ago where Conway kind of derailed the Cyclone train. They don't want that to happen again this evening. Again, Conway not having the best of seasons, Russellville having a tremendous year and getting seemingly stronger week after week, particularly on the defense. And so there are the Cyclone cheerleaders. They're all bundled up on this cold evening in Conway, waiting for the Cyclones to run through the banner, and we get this one underway. There's nothing bigger. Going back years and years, regular season games, playoff games, it's always been the chief of rivals, Russellville and Conway, and here we're going to play it again this evening. The Cyclones just about ready to come through that banner. They'll come bursting forth. There are the cheerleaders. They look back to see as the Cyclones begin to bob and weave to make their way through this big banner. And what a night this is going to be as the Cyclones come onto the field. Bradford Webb, number 1. Avery Collins, number 5, leading the way. And the Cyclones will run all the way down to the far end zone and have the traditional pre-game prayer before we get this one underway. Folks, don't forget our great sponsors now. You see them scrawled in the lower left-hand part of your screen. These are the people who make all of this possible. Without their sponsorship, we would not be able to bring you the Cyclone telecasts throughout the season. And yes, we'll be here for next week's game with Cabot. And yes, we'll be here for any of the playoff games that the Cyclones will be involved in. It's been another great season, but got 2 more steps to go in the regular season and then on to the state playoffs. And again, it is amazing. I was talking to some people just a few days ago. When you talk about how many named people that the Cyclones lost off of last year's squad, many of them went ahead to play college ball, but particularly on the defensive side, how many people were lost from that ball club, and you thought, well, maybe the Cyclones might have to do a little rebuilding. Well, they didn't only rebuild, they reloaded, and they are back just as strong as they were 1 year ago, and maybe even stronger. So that's the kind of football we're enjoying under the tutelage of that man right there in the center of your screen. That's Jeff Holt and his great staff here at Russellville. What a program they have developed, and we enjoy each week the exciting football that you get to see right here in the comfort of your own living room, in your own occasional chair or recliner. Enjoy this great game of football, and the Cyclones providing some tremendous excitement. We're getting set as Conway will kick off. Number 8 is Ben Reiner, a senior. And deep for Russellville is Andrew Tryon, number 2. And here is Bradford Webb, number 1, who's also back there. Breaks it open on the opening kickoff and a nice return. Let's look at it again on the replay as Bradford Webb, tremendous athlete, and he is finally dumped as he almost got to the outside. It'll be first down for Russellville in a good field position to start the football game at the 35-yard line. Barrett Hughes is at quarterback, all recovered from the shoulder injury that cost him better than 2 games. But the senior quarterback is at the helm. Throw it out in the flat to Jacob Sparks, and a nice pickup out to midfield before he's run out of bounds. Had the bubble screen out there. Throw it out there, had 3 blockers in front of him, and Jacob Sparks does a whale of a job to pick up better than 15 yards and a first down for the Cyclones. That's the way to start the football game. 48-yard line of Conway. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field, 1 to the far side. Hughes looks to the sideline. He's an old, wily veteran now in that backfield. Give it off to Jacob Sparks, and Jacob able to nudge under a few people down to the 47-yard line. Picked up maybe a yard. Short pickup. Conway is always going to be tough. If these two teams were 0-8 coming into this football game, it would still be a great football game, and you can just throw the record books out the window because this is Russellville and Conway. Barrett Hughes under center this time. Early first quarter. Play action. Look out, he's being forced. Throws downfield and almost hits Avery and Collins. He was under some pressure, though, and had to release the ball just a little bit earlier than he thought he needed to. The pass incomplete. Brings the football back to the 47-yard line. It's 3rd down and 9. Collins already out of the huddle and positioned along the line of scrimmage to the near side. 2 of his mates join him with 11 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Russellville took the initial kickoff, ran it back to the 35, and here we are, 3rd down and 10. Hughes firing. It's complete to Collins inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That away. Look at this pinpoint passing. Barrett Hughes. Collins wide open. The defender misses him there, and it takes 2 others to bring him down. But a good job by Collins to pick up the first down at the 28-yard line. It was a 19-yard pass and completion and run. Hughes gives it off to Tryon, number 2. Found a little running room. Able to scoot down around the 20. Let's look at it again. Andrew Tryon with Jacob Sparks leading the way. Sparks throws a nice block for him. He cuts inside of it and dives to about the 20-yard line. Actually down to the 19-yard line, so it's 2nd down and a yard. Cyclones making a good showing here in the opening drive of the football game here on the road at Conway. Twin receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. Now they flip-flop the tight end, Demarius Neal. Back, throws. It is complete down to the 15-yard line, or very close to the 15-yard line. Should be enough for the first down. Cole Smith, number 81, made the grab. The 6'2", 160-pound senior. It's a first down for Russellville. They marked it at the 16-yard line. In the red zone, you can see the end zone. You can smell the end zone on this chilly night. Barrett Hughes under quarterback. Quick pitch left. That's Sparks. A lot of blue jerseys, but he escapes a few and gets down to around the 12-yard line. Stop was made defensively by Ben Reiner. But Sparks, there was a lot of blue jerseys out there, but he made the most of that situation. Football at the 12. That'll make it second down and 6. As the Cyclones trying to draw first blood in this first quarter here at Conway. How important it is to get off to a good start against these Wampus Cats. Handoff was straight ahead and not anything doing there, no gain. Eight minutes and 42 seconds on the clock moving. A loss of one on the play, back to the 13-yard line. Cyclones have used a lot of time here driving from their own 35-yard line. Kept the ball on offense and now in the red zone. Oh, and there's a whistle and a flag on the play. Let's see what the officials are saying. Russellville indicating it's against Conway. It's offsides against the Wampus Cats. They must have lined up in the neutral zone. And that'll move the Cyclones 5 yards closer to their ultimate goal. Football at the 8-yard line. Have about a yard to go for a first down. 8 yards to go for the touchdown. Cyclones getting a lot of old mo, getting a lot of confidence, taking this first drive right straight down the gut against the Conway defense. Handed off to Jacob Sparks. Tiptoed his way, tried to get to the 5 before he was pushed back. Stop made by Darian Hill, a junior, 5'10", 217, number 45.
Massey and Robinson made the tackle. It is going to be spotted at the 8-yard line, just inside of
Looks like it's about the 7-yard line. You heard the public address announcer say the 8, but it's really about the 7. So it looks like we're going to have a little talk about what the Cyclones want to do right here as they are knocking on the door. You're watching Russellville Cyclone football against the Conway Wampus Cats. Back in a moment. Well, the first thing they're going to do is measure for the first down, and it's quite a bit short. It's about 1.5 feet short, maybe 2 feet of the first down. So the Cyclones can get a first down without scoring the touchdown. But down here in the red zone, it becomes that yardage, that real estate gets to be very precious and very hard to get to. So here come the Cyclones onto the field. You see who's in the football game. Number 14 is in the football game. That's Lane Reeves, the big 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. And we have a flag on the play. He made plenty enough for the first down. You had the feeling it was going to be Reeves carrying it himself. He's had a lot of success doing that, but guess what? This penalty is against Conway again with 7:14 left to go. And let's see where the officials trying to decide where to put the football down. It's a half the distance to the goal now, which will place it at the 3.5. So back-to-back penalties by Conway gives Russellville a first down and goal. Throwing, Hughes. Oh, just dropped it. He had it in his hands. And Blake Robinson, remember Blake was at one point a backup quarterback. Now he moved over to playing defense, but here he was in for this special play, and he just couldn't come up with it. Oh, he had thoughts of greatness, of telling his grandkids about how he caught a touchdown pass against the Conway Wampus Cats. So they'll try it again. Maybe you'll get another opportunity. Lane Reeves keeps it, and he dives down to the 1. Reeves showing that he's got that Tim Tebow idea right there. The football moved down to about the 1. Looks like we have an injury timeout for Conway. Back in a moment. 6:37 left to go in the first quarter. No score, but Russellville knocking on the door. And again, Lane Reeves in there, the sophomore quarterback. Good running quarterback. And he's going to try it himself. Did he get in for the score? Not quite. Again, he reminds me so much of the kind of play calling that Florida does with Tim Tebow. They'll let him carry the football because of course, Tim Tebow's a pretty good-sized lad himself. So there it is. It's about a foot away, maybe not quite a foot. Will they go back to Lane Reeves again? We shall see. He's still in the ball game, so is Jacob Sparks. But what do you bet they go back with Reeves on the quarterback keeper? Although Conway has jammed the middle. And let's see what the officials say. They try to unpile it. It didn't look like to me that he made it. He did not, and the ball goes over to Conway inside the 1-yard line. Back in a moment. Conway gets the ball inside their own 1. Dangerous place to be. Running back takes it on the direct snap. The ball pops loose. And it looks like the Cyclones have recovered. Let's look at it again. Looked like the ball got stripped. There's the ball flying loose. Bradford Webb picks it up, but if you look, his right knee touches down, and so he wasn't able to advance it any further. Cyclones have it, and let's give him credit. Looked like Aaron McConnell, number 47, was the one who stripped the ball out, and Bradford Webb came up with the football. Cyclones in great shape. Give it off to Jacob Sparks, and he dives to about the 2-yard line. You see a little bit of shoving going on. These two teams, they haven't, and I don't believe they ever will like each other. The ball at the 2-yard line. These are arch rivals of the number 1 order. So and we don't, of course, we can't hear or discern the mouthing the jawn that's probably going on across the line against each other. But you know it's got to be intense. And now a little mix-up on the play. Looks like Russell's going to have to call a timeout. They are, so they can get their whole offense set up, and we'll be right back. 4:48 left to go, and the Cyclones have had the football for every part of the first quarter but one play. The only play Conway had, they fumbled the football at their own 1. Bradford Webb recovered. And now the Cyclones trying to do what they didn't get finished the last time they were down this close, and that is get it in the end zone. Up to the line of scrimmage. Barrett Hughes from the 2-yard line. Give it off to Tryon, and Tryon right there to the goal line. But not quite in. Just as he was about to turn to try to fall into the end zone, he got knocked back. So Andrew Tryon made a good try at it. But the football's inside the 1. You see Blake Robinson, Rue Massey coming in. Third down and goal. Well, this is like deja vu of just a couple of minutes ago. Here we are at the 1-yard line. Got to give Conway a lot of credit. They have been tough down here. And there's a flag on the play. We've had some of those too. And this one's going to be against Russellville for a false start. So I'll move this one back from the 1 to the 6. The way things have been inside the 5, this might be a good thing. Give the Cyclones a little bit of room to operate. Third down and goal. The Conway defense held once earlier in this period inside their own 5. Got it on downs inside their own 1. Now after the fumble, Cyclones knocking at the door again, got as far as the 1. Now they're at the 6. And the pass intended for Collins incomplete. Hughes kind of slung that football a little low. And I see number 18, Zach Hocker, checking into the lineup. Coach Holt wants some points out of these drives, so they're going to try to go and get 3. The football will be placed down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a 24-yard field goal attempt. And that's a nasty angle from there. Awfully close. And the kick is up. And it's no good. I told you it was at a nasty angle. You're that close, and you can't quite punch it in, and it's a bad angle for any field goal kicker to try to hook it in there, but the Cyclones give up the football for the second time inside Conway's 5-yard line. So the football at the 20-yard line. Here come the Wampus Cats. They got to feel like they're in open territory. I mean, they've got a chance to. Their defense has stopped Russellville twice inside the 5-yard line. They survived a fumble inside their own 5. And Conway trying to get lined up. Looks like they're going to call a timeout. We'll be right back. .354 left to go, and this is only Conway's second offensive play of the football game. Looking, gonna throw it downfield, way overthrown. The pass was intended for Jalen Jones, number 3. He's a junior, 5'10", 161. Incomplete, so the quarterback's throw a little bit too long. Faked the short pass and then went for the downs. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side of the field. Give it off to the running back. Not much there, maybe a yard. Let's look at it again. Tries to skirt to the outside, but a couple of Cyclones there defensively to stack that play up. Jamarcus Harmon was the ball carrier. Leading the attack defensively for the Cyclones, Logan Pruitt, number 35. So let's see what's going on here. The officials waiting on something here. Might be an equipment problem. All right, we're ready to go now. Back to throw. Fires. The pass is complete. John Olson over there to knock Jalen Jones out of bounds. Xavier Ackland, number 12, is the quarterback for Conway, by the way. And the gain is out to just shy of the 25-yard line. And Conway is going to bring on the punt team. So far, Conway has 5 total yards. And the Cyclones are going to get it back for the 3rd time in this first quarter. Kick comes down and is picked up by Collins, and Collins returned to the 38-yard line. We'll be back in a moment. Pretty good field position for the Cyclones, although not that inside the 5 they had just a few moments ago. Back, throw it out into the backfield to Collins. Collins makes a nice one-on-one move, picks up about 8 before he is stopped by Ben Reiner, number 8. Let's look at it again. Quick throw out in the flat. Collins actually came back to the ball, gets a nice block right there, and then does the rest of it on his own. That nice block coming from Logan Pirtle, 6'2", 265 junior, number 71. Good job by the big guys up front. Barrett Hughes under center. Falls down, but he did get it off. Sparks makes a nice run. Jacob Sparks. You can see right here, whoops, the trip on the part of quarterback Barrett Hughes, but it was enough for him to hand off to Jacob Sparks, and Sparks picked up a nice gain. Down to 1:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Twin receivers come to the near side. Hand it off again, but this time Sparks is dropped for a loss. Sparks dropped by Marquis Rogers, number 61, the sophomore, 5'10", 211 pounds, who infiltrated into the Cyclone backfield. It's at the 49-yard line and less than a minute to go here in the first quarter, and it has already been a war. Collins and Smith among those split to the near side. Back, Barrett Hughes throws out of the backfield. Got Sparks again, and Sparks able to nudge down to about the 43, maybe the 42-yard line. Nice job with a little safety valve pass out of the backfield. Stop was made by Elliott Collins, the junior, 6'1", 173, number 4.
Ball is at the 42 in Conway territory.
At the 42-yard line, brings up a 3rd down. Twin receivers to the near side. And I hear a whistle. And the whistle means the end of the first quarter. There's no score, and we'll be right back. Well, there's the Cyclone Band. You know, they can't miss the Cyclones and the Conway Wampuscat game either. It's a big battle for them also. And look at those tubas. Nice to have you with us. No score. Russellville has completely dominated the first quarter. but they have not been able to put any points on the board. They've been to the 1-yard line twice and missed a 24-yard field goal from a very, very acute angle. And now the Cyclones with the football, the third time they've had it tonight, marching down the field against Conway again. And we have a flag thrown. Barrett Hughes is going, what this time? Well, it's offsides again against Conway. And I'll bet the Conway coaching staff is having fits over that. I mean, that's a first game of the year mistake, not a end of the year mistake. And particularly on defense, you just don't see that very often. Lane Reeves checking into the lineup, number 14 at quarterback for the Cyclones, which about 75% of the time means that he's going to carry the football. It's the Wildcat formation, if you want to call it that, or the Tim Tebow look. It is Lane Reeves carrying the football. Let's look at it again on instant replay. Here's Lane Reeves. Makes a little cut there and able to notch back inside and fall forward with that 6'3" frame. Hunter Moex, number 6, made the play. Barrett Hughes back. Wants to throw, fires, has the man open, it's complete and out of bounds. Down around the 11-yard line to Matt Lutz. Boy, a beautiful throw and great job by Lutz to get himself open here. On instant replay, you can see he had plenty of room to catch the football and just got bumped out of bounds as he tried to turn upfield and score. So the Cyclones are knocking on the door again with no score in this second quarter. The football at the 11-yard line. Cyclones have been to the 1 twice already in this football game. There's a little dump pass, and what a job by Collins to catch the football. Touchdown, Russellville. Boy, he caught that one right over the top. Look at it. It's going to come right at you. And look at this. Whoa, right down over the top of his head. What concentration from Collins, and it's a Russellville touchdown. Great athletic job and a great throw from Barrett Hughes. Well, the Cyclones will try to make it 7-0 as they finally get into the end zone. And that's got to help the confidence of the Cyclone offense as Zach Hocker will try to tack on the 7th point. Blake Robinson, number 10, will hold. There's the snap down. The kick is in the air. And the kick is good. Our score, Russellville 7, Conway nothing. You're watching IMC Studios Sportswatch, Russellville Cyclone football. Zach Hocker getting ready to kick off. And trying to kick the football into or beyond the end zone against the Wampus Cats. A true Cyclone likes nothing better than to do that in the Russellville-Conway game. And there she goes. And there you go. No chance to even catch it. It was beyond the back end line. And you hear the Cyclone fans, they are appreciative of Zach Hocker's. At home, it would say, what a toe on the scoreboard. So now Conway will start first down at 10 at their own 20-yard line. The quarterback, again, is Xavier Acklin, a senior. Twin receivers to their side. Single setback in the backfield. Ackland gave it off. The handoff went to Jamarcus Harmon. Just a short gain. Got about 3 on the play, out to the 23-yard line, second down and 7. This outstanding Cyclone defense. Coach McNabb has worked with, and they've gotten a little bit better each and every week. This is Ackland keeping it, and he's going to be dumped after about a yard gain. Let's look at it again from ground level. Ackland trying to go straight ahead, but nice job being turned in by Jackson Jacobs, number 17, to drop him at the 24-yard line. Third down and 6. Still in the shotgun, Ackland. Rolls right, wants to throw the football. Pressured, throws downfield. It's complete. Knocked out of bounds by John Olson was Tristan Eddings, the junior, number 5. So the football at the 41-yard line. That's a gain enough for a first down for the Conway Wampus Cats, their first down of the evening, with 10:17 to go in the half. Ackland gives it off at Blake Robinson right there to dumb Jamarcus Harmon. Let's look at it again on the instant replay. Look at Blake Robinson fight off the block and come back inside and tackle the ball carrier, Jamarcus Harmon, for very little gain. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver split far side. And they give it again to Harmon. This time Harmon gets across the 45. Well, let's make that Ackland who carried the football. Kept it himself instead of handing off to Jamarcus Harmon. Football at the 47. Oh, and you saw a yellow flag dropped. And it's an offsides against Russellville as the Russellville defense tried to anticipate the snap count, and we're caught in the neutral zone. So the football moves across midfield to the 48-yard line of the Cyclones with 9:08 left to go before the end of the first half, with Russellville leading 7-0. Shotgun formation for Ackland. Fakes. Now he's going to go downtown again. Has a man wide open. And that is a Conway touchdown. Nice fake by Ackland. And the pass complete to Ben Reiner for the Conway touchdown. He faked like he was going to throw out into the flat. There was a man open in the flat, as a matter of fact. And then he just took a step back and heaved it. And Reiner in for the touchdown. And suddenly it is not 7-0, it is 7-6 in favor of the Cyclones, and Conway trying to tack on the extra point kick to tie the football game up. Snap, and the kick is up. And the kick is good, also kicked by Ben Reiner. And the score is now tied. It's Russellville 7 and Conway 7. You're watching IMC Studios Sportswatch. We'll have more exciting action in a moment. Well, that was indeed the Ben Reiner show, as Reiner caught the touchdown pass thrown by Ackland. Then he kicked the extra point, and now he's going to kick off. Taken on the short side by Bradford Webb. Trying to find some running room. Oh, he's going to be dumped. Nice job by the specialty teams of Conway. Actually, Webb lost a little bit trying to retreat and find some room around the far side of the field. So now Russellville with the football, but deeper in their own territory than they might have been. The football at the 16-yard line. Ball game now tied, and you know Conway has got to be fired up. Conway can make their season if they beat Russellville. That's all they would care about, and that's what they'd brag about for the next year. Because the rest of the season has not been the best. Here's Collins carrying the football. Ooh, he is met and dumped. About a 2-yard pickup. Elliott Collins, number 4, in there to make the stop for Conway, and right now, the Conway Wampus Cats defensively are head-hunting, and they want that football back. They felt it after that long touchdown pass to Ben Reiner. 2-yard pickup for Collins out to the 19-yard line. See Cole Smith split to this near side. Barrett Hughes with Jacob Sparks in the backfield. Throws. It's to the tight end, Demarius Neal. Gets it out to about the 30-yard line. But is there a yellow hanky on the field?
Tackle was made by Elliott Collins. There's a flag on the play.
Let's see what the officials are going to. It's against the Cyclones. Had an illegal receiver downfield. So now they'll sort it out after discussing things with the Conway defensive captain. And place the football back, back at the 14-yard line. So that hurt after a nice throw and underneath catch by Demarius Neal.
Second down, 12.
So the Cyclones get the play from head coach Jeff Holt. They want to run deep in their own territory between the 14 and 15-yard line. Twin receivers near side. Receivers split to the far side of the field, which is the narrow side. Hughes back. Throws out of the backfield complete to Sparks, and Sparks dragging people. Gets it out to about the 15-yard line, but that is not much of a gain. Little safety valve pass out of the backfield. Football at the 15-yard line. The Cyclones, who have been to the 1-yard line twice, missed a short field goal, then did score a touchdown on the pass to Collins, but just can't get anything going this particular series. And I hear a whistle. And we have a timeout for the Cyclones. They want to get things straight. So do we after this. .6:47 to go before the half. 7-7 the score. That's what you'd expect. It's Russellville and Conway. Hughes. Looking, lots of time, throws short over the middle, intended for Collins. And nothing going this series of downs for Russellville. So we bring on the toe. Zach Hocker with a 4th down and 12 will check into the ball game. And see if the Cyclones can get a little bit of room for the defense to work. 7-7 second quarter. A pivotal game for the Cyclones. The kick away looked like Hocker went down in a tumble. Let's look at it again.
There's a punt. There was
Punt
a punt.
away, and sure looked like Hocker, and that's exactly what the officials are saying. It's a roughing the kicker penalty, and the Cyclones are going to get new life. Wasn't much doubt about that one. We said it as he was just about to kick it. Looked like he was being run into or run over. And they'll march off the yardage against Conway. Well, there have been a lot of penalties already for this ball game. First down, it's an automatic first down at the 30-yard line, and boy, what a difference that is. Fourth down at your own 15, or is it first down at your own 30? Lane Reeves is back in the ball game at quarterback from the shotgun. Option near side, wants to keep it, does keep it. Got about 2. Oh, there defensively. Number 59 is E.J. Robinson, sophomore, 5'10", 261 pounds. So they give Reeves 3 on the play to the 33, 2nd and 7. Cyclones trying to recapture some of that offensive zip they had a little earlier in the football game. But the ball game is tied right now, and momentum is hanging in the balance. Throw it over there to Collins, and Collins slips down. He was covered over there by Luke Manos, number 44. So the football still about the 33.5-yard line, and Jeff Holt talking to Barrett Hughes and the Cyclone offense about what they want to pull here. The clock continues to move as we move late into the first half. Just a little over 5 minutes to go. Twin receivers left. Hughes from the shotgun. Wants to throw the football. Waits. He fires. What a grab! It's complete. Cole Smith, what a job. Hughes waits, then he threads the needle right here. Look at this. Threw it right over the linebacker and inside of the defensive back. Now, just don't get any better than that. First down at the 45-yard line, inside the 45. That was a pretty throw and a great catch. On the fingertips. Under center, Hughes gives it off. Sparks sweeps right. Gets a little room down the sideline and finally knocked out at the 24, maybe the 23-yard line. Darian Hill knocked him out. Let's look at it again. On the instant replay, Sparks looks like he's going to be bottled up right here, but he turns on a little burst of speed, split 2 defenders, and then outruns a couple more. And finally had his feet knocked out from underneath him. Another first down for Russellville. Football at the 24. It kind of feels like old Mo is coming back over to the red and white. Under center, Barrett Hughes. Uh-oh, and he is dumped for a loss back at the 35. Oh, my. Spencer Nogel, a senior, 5'9", 171, shot the gap and dropped Barrett Hughes for a big loss. Nobody stopped or even slowed down that train. Wisely, Hughes cradled the football and just took the loss. So the ball did not come popping loose, which would have been a disaster right here. 7-7 your score from Conway. Shotgun. And in motion Fake it, give it off, and Sparks is dumped again. The stop made by Marquise Massey, number 53, 5'11", 250. And we probably shouldn't have said anything about old momentum, because suddenly the defense of Conway has taken momentum away and stuffed the Cyclones. Oh, my. Football at the 33-yard line. Matter of fact, outside the 33. Barrett Hughes directing his troops. Down the middle, it's complete. Jacob Sparks, touchdown. Well, Mo goes right back over to the Cyclones. A beautiful throw and catch. Let's look at it again from ground level. Hughes looks slightly left and then just lobs it down the middle of the field, and somebody missed an assignment because Sparks was wide open. And when the one defensive back tried to lunge and get him missed, it was all over. 13-7, and now Zach Hocker will try to add on the extra point kick. And the Cyclones get a big score just before halftime. Blake Robinson will hold. Zach Hocker will kick. The kick is up, and it is good. Our score, Russellville 14, Conway 7. Got a little breathing room, 2:54 left to go before the end of the first half, and we'll be right back. Well, a beautiful throw by Barrett Hughes to a wide open Jacob Sparks. And the Cyclones go 33 yards and now lead 14-7. Hocker, goodbye. Conway receiver was 9 yards deep in the end zone. So Conway will get it first down and 10 at the 20 with a little under 3 minutes to go in the first half, and the Cyclones leading 14-7. Coach Holtz got to feel a little bit better. Cyclones took a couple of defensive hits, but Barrett Hughes and Jacob Sparks, those two seniors, came back with pay dirt and a 7-point lead. Ackland looking to throw, steps up. He's going downtown. Incomplete. Pass intended for Tristan Eddings. Bradford Webb was there. Ricky Collins was there. Not much of a chance to catch that one. Kind of hung up there anyway. He had to wait on it. So it's second down and 10 from the 20. Ackland has not been afraid to throw the football and throw it deep. Hand off. What a tackle there. Turned in by the Cyclone defense. The ball carrier was Jamarcus Harmon, number 28. 7-yard gain on the play. But Harmon felt it at the end of that play. So it's a third down coming up for the Wampus-Cats, and Ackland wants to take it himself, and he's not going to get there. Had to get to the 30 for a first down. Let's watch it from ground level. Ackland. Brad Barnes in there. One of those for the Cyclones. We'll be right back. So it's a punt situation for Conway. And the Cyclones are going to get it one more time before halftime. Low snap. The kick is away. And it's going to bound out of bounds just shy of midfield. We'll be right back. So the Cyclones have the football, still have a couple of minutes to work before the end of the half, and lead 14-7. Hughes throws out, gets it to Collins. Collins, made a nice move, and he's off to the races. Avery and Collins, touchdown Cyclones. That's what they were hoping for. Look at this from ground level on the instant replay. Tosses it out in the flat. Collins makes a nice move back to the inside. Looks like blue jerseys are going to get him there, but he gets past them, and then he breaks it to the right, fights off one more blocker there, and then it's just a foot race. And that is it. What was intended to be a nice little short pass play turns into a big touchdown of 51 yards. And Russellville is really in command now, leading 20-7. And that's just happened in the last 3 minutes. Zach Hocker will attempt to make it 21-7. Blake Robinson on the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Your new score, Russellville 21, Conway 7. Well, you know, this game went from 7-7, and a couple of defensive losses put up by the Conway defense. To all of a sudden, the Cyclones have scored twice in the last minute. Here's Hocker. There'll be no run back on this one either. 10 yards deep in the end zone. Conway will have it at their own 20 with about 1:45 to go before the halftime. But you know, Conway right now has got to be shell-shocked because they were tied with Russellville at 7, had made a couple of big defensive plays, and then boom, boom, 2 big plays from Russellville offensively, and Conway finds itself 2 touchdowns down. That's Ackland, carries the football. Nice little juke and jive out to the 29, almost enough for a first down. Ricky Collins there to make the stop, number 40. And the officials say it's enough for a first down. 1:41 to go until the halftime buzzer. Ackland trying to bring those Wampus Cats back. Wants to throw down the middle. Intercepted! Andrew Tryon with a big interception. Let's look at it again from ground level. Ackland throws it right down the middle, overthrew his intended receiver. And Andrew Tryon brings it back, and the Cyclones have the football again. The football just inside the 50. Cyclones went one play, 51 yards the last time. Still 1:28 to play. Boy, this makes the coach excited right here. Hughes. We're going downtown, and there is the pass incomplete, almost brought in by Matt Lutz. It's a good idea. Was an out pattern, but it's incomplete, second down. And the clock stops. Remember, those sponsors are showing up on the lower left of your screen. They're the ones that make all of this Cyclone football telecast possible week after week. Twin receivers go split left. Sparks remains in the backfield with Barrett Hughes. Firing. That's complete. Short pickup for Cole Smith. Down to about the 45-yard line. About a 4-yard pickup. 3rd down and 6 as Hughes walks around, barks signals to his teammates. Hughes throws it on the little screen pass. to Sparks, and that screen kind of collapsed. Plenty of blue jerseys there. 47 seconds left. And there's a timeout called on the field. Gives us a chance to take this chime in. Cyclones rush up to the line of scrimmage, and Zach Hocker ready to boot the football away. Low snap, but Hocker kicks it away. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and Conway has the football coming up. Well, the punt did not quite bite the way that Zach Hocker wanted to, and it went on into the end zone. So Ackland now ready to throw the football. Steps up. He's going downfield again. This time it's complete, and Andrew Tryon dished out. Hello there. Let's look at it on instant replay. Ackland faded. Throws. It's complete, but look at this hit. Kaboom! Catching the football was Jalen Jones, number 3. But he paid for it. Ackland forced out of the pocket and now dropped. Nice job turned in that time by Brad Barnes, number 36. 20 seconds, 19 to go before the end of the first half. It's a timeout, and we'll be right back. Conway called that timeout. They'd like to have another chance to air it out. They have time for maybe 2 or 3 more plays before the end of the half. Already Ackland in the shotgun. He's ready to heave it. 3 wide receivers to the near side. That's the wide side of the field. Ackland steps up. Now he's going to have to run with the football. Good run down the sideline 50 and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Ackland very positive yardage, plus very smart to get out of bounds. Stop the clock, give his team an opportunity for another play, just 47 yards away from pay dirt. First down for Conway. Russellville leads 21-7. 9 seconds left before halftime. Ackland in the shotgun. Rolls right. Wants to throw. Puts it up. And guess what? Andrew Tryon pulls it in again. Let's look at it on instant replay from ground level. Ackland rolls right. He doesn't have much room nor time to throw. Jumps off his feet. Throws it downfield. And there is Andrew Tryon with a great grab. Another one to his credit tonight. And the Cyclones have the football, and I think they'll probably just run out the clock and head for a restful halftime, leading 21-7, because I'll guarantee you the bumps and bruises are already there. And there's the knee from Barrett Hughes, and that's the end of the first half. Russellville, look at it, 21-7 over Conway. Time now for Cyclone recap the exciting plays of the first half in this grudge match between Russellville and Conway. Here's Bradford Webb on the opening kickoff. Cyclones in business. Get it out to Jacob Sparks. Freewheeling down the far sideline and out of bounds with a big gain. Hughes to Collins. Another big gainer. Cyclones rolling with momentum on the opening drive of the ballgame. Andrew Tryon. And then down there at the goal line, the Cyclones just can't punch it in. They are denied. Here early, you can see Conway celebrating as they take over. The next play out, though, oh my goodness, Conway coughs it up, and Russellville comes up with the football deep in Conway territory. Try to get it in there, don't get it in. There's an incomplete pass to Collins. And then the field goal try, very unusually, no good by Zach Hocker. But the Cyclone defense begins to pick up. Cyclones come back with another try as they dominated the first half play-wise. That one to Collins. Running hard, Jacob Sparks down the right sideline again. Here's Lane Reeves in the ball game doing the Tim Tebow act. Back, Barrett Hughes going downtown. Gets it out there to Matt Lutz. Back, throws this one right at you. And here is Collins. Look at this catch. You don't make any better catch than that, right over the top of his head for the touchdown. Extra point kick was good. We're late in the first half. Conway right back with the football, and the touchdown throw down there is good. That was to Ben Reiner. He also kicked the extra point good and then followed that with kicking off. Barrett Hughes throws and complete. What a grab there by Cole Smith. Give it off to Jacob Sparks, sweeps the right side down the sideline. Where did he find room to run? But he found it down inside the 25. Now here's Hughes. Look at this one down the middle. Jacob Sparks is wide open, sheds one defender, and it's a touchdown in the Cyclones. Zach Hocker adds on to make it 14-7. Back, near side, running with the football. Here is Collins. Split two defenders and off to the racetrack, and it's a Cyclone touchdown just a minute later than the previous touchdown, and Zach Hocker adds the extra point kick good. It's 21-7. Pass down the middle. Oh, there is Andrew Tryon with the pass overthrown and intercepted by the Cyclones. Here's Ackland again, throwing downfield. Guess who's there, though? Andrew Tryon, his second interception of the first half. He comes up with another big play for the Cyclone defense. 21-7, Cyclones lead as we go to the locker room with the Cyclone recap. Cyclones come to the middle of the field. If you remember, Conway deferred their decision at the start of the football game, so they will have an opportunity to decide what they want to do, which probably means getting a hold of the football to start the third quarter. Let's see if that's exactly what they decide to do. Conway will receive and defend the goal to our left. Russellville will kick and defend the goal to your right here at Conway. A big first half, but particularly late in the first half, with the score tied at 7. The Cyclones were knocked back on their heels a couple of times with losses by the Conway defense, but then two big pass plays. Barrett Hughes to Jacob Sparks, and Barrett Hughes to Avery and Collins, both for touchdowns, both long touchdowns. Zach Hocker extra points were good, and the Cyclones find themselves up 2 touchdowns at 21-7. But remember, folks, this is Conway. And this one is kicked out of the end zone. Well, it doesn't make any difference tonight which goal that Zach Hocker is kicking toward. He just kicks it out of the end zone either way. So here's Conway, first down, 10 at their own 20, and that's basically about where they've started most of the night. They have one touchdown, and that was the long pass play to Ben Reiner from Xavier Ackland. Ackland keeps the football, and boy, he is bumped down in a hurry. The stop made defensively for the Cyclones by Luke Reeves, number 33. But it's a gain of 5, second down and 5 for the Wampus Cats. Russellville leading 21-7, a pivotal game for the Cyclones. Seems like they all are at this point. Hand that one off, and just no gain at all as a whole host of white jerseys turn back Jamarcus Harmon, number 28. Let's look at it again from ground level. It's handed off, and Harmon says, whoops, where am I going to run? This is a brick wall up here. No place to go, and hoping for the whistle to sound in a hurry. Twins right, twins left. Matter of fact, 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Ackland, alone back there in the backfield, steps up. Now he's going to run the football again. Finally dumped down there by Andrew Tryon. Out to the 36, though. That should be enough for a first down for Conway as Ackland did a fine job of faking the pass, then pulling it down and running for the first down yardage for the Wampus Cats.
Lady's pocketbook. It has a identification in it.
Harmon in the backfield along with Ackland. Ackland keeps it himself. And boy, he turns on the juice there. Gets it across midfield. Again, Andrew Tryon makes the stop, but Ackland beginning to feel like he can run on the Cyclone defense, and he's been successful the last couple of times for big gains. Football to the 47-yard line of Russellville, and Conway right up to the line of scrimmage. First down. Give this one off to Harmon. Harmon, nice running. Runs into his own man down to the 25-yard line before he's finally tackled. And right now, Conway, big amounts of yardage. Time after time, and not much time off the clock. 10:19 still left to go in the third quarter. Big hunks of yardage from the Conway offense. Here's Ackland, but this time he is dropped for no gain. Nice job as he tried to cut back. Let's look at it again on the instant replay. There's Blake Robinson reaching across and tripping him up before he can get momentum going, and he would have had a big gain had he gotten past Blake Robinson. Football to 25. Russellville leading 21-7. Third quarter. Conway moving. Back. Ackland. Ooh. That's a rugby scrum if I ever saw one. Big job by the Cyclone defense. A whole host of white jerseys drop Ackland for that loss. Look at him here. He's wanting to go downfield, and suddenly the offensive line just collapses. The pressure finally gives way to the white shirts of the Cyclones, and Ackland is down for a loss.
17 yards for Conway, first and 10.
Football to 33. After the loss on the play turned in by the Cyclone defense. Ackland rolls right. Throws back left. Has a receiver, but he is dumped immediately by Pruitt. Let's look at this one on the instant replay. Ackland rolled right, threw back left. Was complete to the 30, but only about a 5-yard pickup on the play. So the Cyclone defense does its job again. They gave his forward progress to the 29-yard line. 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the third period. Russellville leading 21-7. Those sponsors are being shown to you on the lower left-hand side of the screen who bring you Cyclone football each and every week. Timeout on the field. It'll give us a chance to listen from these great sponsors.
Passing out some of the parent-team driving contracts.
Following the timeout, clock stops with 8:18 to go in the third period. 21-7 Russellville. And how sweet it would be for the Cyclones to beat Conway after the ambush job that they turned in a year ago on the Cyclones, after the Cyclones were 8-0. The kick by Reiner is up, and the kick is good. Reiner's field goal is good. And the score, 21-10, Russellville. So the Cyclones will get the football back. Reiner, who has all the points for the Conway Wampus Cats. Ooh, and Bradford Webb stopped as he got to the 24-yard line. Looked like Corvin Alexander, a sophomore, number 39, made the stop. But again, Ben Reiner, the senior, 5'10", 155 pounds. He's caught the touchdown pass, kicked the extra point, kicked the field goal, did the kickoffs. So he's just about done it all for Conway this evening. He has all 10 points are all his. But it's 21-10. Cyclones, third period. Shows you how explosive Conway can be. They just lined up and really had an outstanding drive. Only stopped. And then, of course, the field goal. Jacob Sparks with just a short gain. Roderick Warren, number 2, made the stop at the 26-yard line. So just a short gain of a yard for Russellville. Look at that big offensive line doing a great job, as they do week after week for the Cyclone offense. Back, going downtown, Barrett Hughes has a man. It's caught and it's complete down to near the 30-yard line. That's Cole Smith. Nice double fake inside. Barrett Hughes steps back and heaves it downfield. Cole Smith had to wait on it just a second. If he hadn't had to wait, he might have had a touchdown. And look, there were 3 Conway defenders back there. So a first down at the 33-yard line. Cyclones on the move again, leading 21-10, an 11-point lead. Never enough against Conway. Give it off, Sparks sweeps to left side, tough going there. Stop was made defensively by Roderick Warren, number 2. Football at the 32-yard line of Conway. Lane Reeves is checked back into the lineup for Russellville, number 14. Barrett Hughes is also in the lineup, so we'll see how they're going to use Lane Reeves this time. Hughes, play action, wants to throw, under pressure, throws, and a little bit too long for Jacob Sparks down around the goal line. Good idea. Double coverage down there, by the way, on Sparks. The Wampus Cats, who have been burned with the long pass play a couple of times this evening, they are wary of it now. That should open up some short things, you would think. Cyclones send twins right. Sparks in the backfield with Barrett Hughes. Looking, Hughes got some time, now throws underneath. It's complete to Demarius Neal, the tight end. He's still on his feet down to near the 15. I'll tell you what, with everybody going deep, Hughes just waited for Neal to clear underneath. Look at how open he is. There's nobody else in the picture. And boom, turned that one away from 2 Conway defenders and picked up a couple extra yards. So Conway's so focused on the long ball that the tight end scrape across at shorter range has been wide open for the Cyclones. Give it off. This is Collins carrying the football and upended as he got to about the 13-yard line. Wesley Hoover, number 24, a junior, made the stop. Cyclones trying to mix up that play calling, so they keep Conway at bay. 5:30 to go. Third period. So Barrett Hughes looks right. Now fires down the middle as a man. Oh, it could have been a touchdown to Collins, but just a little bit high. Boy, he was open. Good play called by the Cyclone offense and head coach Jeff Holt. But we have a yellow hanky on the ground. Oh, it's holding against Russellville. We haven't had much as far as holdings this evening. We've had a number of offside penalties, but not much as far as holding. So the Cyclones will have to back up a little ways. 27-yard line. Don't be surprised if they don't go back to Demarius Neal once again here. 3 wide receivers right. Back Hughes. Going for the down the right side, and the ball's tipped away, intended for Cole Smith. Could have been a pass interference call there very easily. Ben Reiner was back there. And there was some bumping on both sides there, but no flag was thrown. 21-10, Russellville with an 11-point lead over arch enemy, the Conway Wampus Cats. Late in the third period, all is happy in Cyclone land right now. But they'd be a lot happier if it was 1 quarter later. Let's see what Barrett Hughes can pull out of the old grab bag and out of the old top hat now. Hughes wants to throw, throws down the middle, incomplete, and it's intercepted by Conway. But there's a flag on the play. The return by Elliott Collins, but we have a flag. You can see the official picking it up right there. Let's look at it again. And we'll see what the call is. Was it pass interference? The flag was thrown quickly. Pass interference against the defense. Conway. That was a pretty close call, I would think, but the Cyclones will take it, of course, as it wipes out the interception and brings them closer to the Conway goal line. So much of the time, if the defender is not looking at the ball when the ball arrives, that they'll call that pass interference call if they bump at all. So there's the football place down at, I believe that looks like the 11. So the Cyclones, they've been down here before and been denied. They sure don't want that to happen here, because they've pretty well have regained Old Mo. Hughes has only Jacob Sparks behind him, and he is under center for this play. Play action rolls right, throws, it's complete to Matt Lutz. Touchdown, Russellville. I was waiting for the official right there on the goal line to make the signal. Let's look at it again from ground level. Hughes rolls right. Looks, let Lutz clear. He's got it. And he smells the end zone, and he found it. Into the blue for a Cyclone touchdown, making it 27-10. Zach Hocker will be attempting to put on the extra point kick here and make it 28-10. And the Cyclone fans are really enjoying things. Kick is up, and the kick, it is good. 28-10 the score. We'll be back for the Cyclone kickoff in just a moment. Zach Hocker will kick things away. And he's had a great night kicking off. And he's kicked several extra points. He missed a field goal early from a very acute angle. So Hocker will try to boot it into the end zone once again. And no problem. This one's a little shorter. You can see what frustration that makes. Conway has not had a run back of a kickoff all night long. That was Corvin Alexander, number 39. So it's Conway first down 10 at their own 20-yard line. And let's see what Ackland will do here now that it's an 18-point advantage for the Cyclones here late in the third period. Back, Ackland wants to throw a little screen pass underneath. It is complete. That's Harmon, and Harmon with a good carry after the catch. Finally tackled by Bradford Webb. Also made by Aaron McConnell. Gain out to the 37-yard line, a 17-yard gain. It's a first down. Then Conway has mixed their plays well and have gotten a lot more yardage here in the second half. Ackland going to keep it himself. Boy, he is shifty. Gets it across the 40 out to about the 44, 45-yard line, another 7 or 8 yards. Stop made defensively by Brad Barnes, number 36.
Second down, 3.
So Ackland again from the shotgun. This time Ackland couldn't get away. Let's look at it again from the instant replay. He was going to run again, but somebody was on the ground. Looks like Rue Massey. It is. It's Rue Massey, and he's just not letting go. And after that, the Cyclones collapse on the play. I'm sure that Ackland felt like he was running in mud. Deep mud. Football at the 43. Now Conway looks to the sideline. It's a third down. Ackland gave it off to Harmon. Harmon spins away. Oh, now he's hit again and again. Oh, my goodness. How many times was he going to be hit by the Cyclone defense? Let's look at it again. Harmon, he's popped there by Ricky Collins. Then he's hit right there. That's 2. There's 3, 4. And finally, boom, there's 5. And I think you almost have to count Logan Pruitt twice. Oh boy. That was wicked on Jamarcus Harmon. And Conway to kick the football away. Ball rolls picked up by Collins, and he's kind of pinned in at the 31-yard line. We'll be back, the Cyclones with the football after this. Cyclones up to the line of scrimmage. Leading 28-10. What a sweet victory this would be. Give it off to Jacob Sparks, and Sparks able to slide forward. Got about 4 or 5. The little guy able to sometimes get underneath those tacklers. 5 yards on the pickup, 2nd and 5 from almost the 37-yard line. Barrett Hughes gets the play that he wants from head coach Jeff Holt, and the Cyclones quickly up to the line of scrimmage. I formation this time in the backfield. Give it off to Sparks. Oh, he got a big hole. Yep, ended as he got to near the 40. Nice job of cutting it to the outside. Stop made by Darian Hill. And a good job there by Jacob Sparks of not taking it inside, but cutting it behind the blockers to the outside. Football at the 44. Rolling to the right-hand side. Hughes throws. It's complete. Demarius Neal, once again, the big tight end, makes the play. He was brought down by Darian Hill, number 45. Let's look at it again from ground level. Hughes throws. Boy, he's a nice big target. And he knows what to do after he catches the football. He is a big, big target. 5'10", 235 pounds. Hard to bring down. Here's Reeves. He's going to take it himself and falls forward for a couple of yards. Stop was made by number 30, Ben Tussin. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 178, number 30. Less than a minute to go in the third period. Football at the 35-yard line. Cyclones would love to get another score here quickly and put some distance between them and their arch rivals, the Conway Wampus Cats. And we're going to have a timeout called on the field. We'll be right back. All right. Back to play. Hughes waits. Going downtown. And almost caught by Collins, and the flag is thrown, and that same official throws the flag who threw the pass interference call the last time. Look at it again from ground level. Hughes going downtown. And guess what? That is pass interference that time. Hunter Moex tried to keep his hands off, but he couldn't keep his body off. So that's a pass interference call. And the Cyclones get some yardage via the penalty route. If they don't get the touchdown, that's what they were going for. First down for Russellville. Boy, it has been a Russellville night tonight. You would love to see that against the Conway Wampus Cats. 18 seconds before the end of period number 3. Lane Reeves in there now. Keeping it. Lane Reeves got back to the line of scrimmage. Barrett Hughes had run at wide receiver on that play, so they're really throwing a lot of question marks at the Conway defense. Not much of a gain on that play. And that's the end of the third period. We'll be back for the fourth and final period in just a moment. Cyclones off the line of scrimmage as we begin the fourth period with Russellville leading 28-10. It's been a great Cyclone night. Wow. So many heroes tonight. Back. Hughes. He's going to the back of the end zone. Guess what? That's a touchdown. Or are they going to say that he was out of bounds? Cole Smith, you can see he's really upset. He thought he had a touchdown. Let's look at it from ground level. Hughes is going to loft it up. And Oh, yeah. Well, unfortunately, you can see he was into the white. And the white is out. So great job by Cole Smith trying to cradle it in and keep the feet in, but it just wasn't quite enough. So great effort. As I said, a lot of heroes tonight. Cyclones knocking on the door to try to extend their 28-10 lead. It's the reverse. Cole Smith's going to get it again. He spins his way down inside the 10-yard line. Well, he got a chance to tote the mail this time. Hand it off to Collins. Flips it back to Cole Smith. On the reverse. And Cole, look at those long strides. Down at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal, Cyclones. So head coach Jeff Holt, he knows about Conway too, let me tell you. Going to pull out all the stops against the Wampus Cats. Collins already up at the line of scrimmage. Barrett Hughes with only a single setback behind him. With Jacob Sparks, he gives it to him, and the little scoot back is down inside the 5 to... Did he get in for the touchdown? He's there at the goal line. He went underneath people that time. Look at it again from ground level. Sparks, where is he? Whoops, there he is. He's still going. He's twisting, turning. They still haven't gotten him off his feet, and he's into the end zone, but apparently the officials said that he was down before he got into the end zone. Awful close. Here the Cyclones are again at the 1-yard line. That was a heck of a run by Jacob Sparks. He's going to get it again, but this time he didn't get in. Got submarined a little bit early. So here we are again. This Conway defense just does not want to give up real estate inside their own 5-yard line. That was a loss on the play. Football at the 2. Head coach Jeff Holt sends Lane Reeves into the ball game. Just 10:06 to go in this one. Lane with that long 6'3" body and the Tim Tebow running attack. He takes it and he comes up short. It was a high snap, and by the time that Lane Reeves could get the momentum going, Conway had infiltrated defensively and able to stop that play short. And here is Zach Hocker coming into the ball game for a straightaway field goal attempt. Blake Robinson will hold, and this will be just about the same as an extra point. It's from the 8, it'll be an 18-yard field goal, straight ahead. And the kick is up, and the kick is kicked all the way to Little Rock. It's good. Back in a moment. So Zach Hocker, who adds a field goal to his already illustrious string of kicks for the year, will kick off once again, and Conway has not had a run back tonight. And Zach Hocker trying to add another one to the long list tonight. 31-10, Cyclones lead. And this one is again 2 yards deep in the end zone, so no run back. Conway will start for the umpteenth time at the 20-yard line. So Conway first down and 10 at their own 20. Fourth quarter, Cyclones ahead by 3 touchdowns. 31-10. That is sweet. This one's not over, though, yet, so Conway has played a much better second half. Give the football off, and that's to Harmon. Harmon brought down by Bradford Webb and Andrew Tryon. The game was out to the 25, 2nd and 5. As Conway, as I said, has done a much better job with play calling and success with that. And here's Ackland, but he's not going to get, whoa, he made a nice move. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he was going to be dropped for a big loss. Finally stopped defensively by Logan Pruitt, number 35. Out to the 29-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and only 1 for Conway. But the problem now is Conway continues this kind of offense. They won't have enough time left. The clock is definitely on the Cyclone side. Ackland right up the middle. Nice move. Across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Stop made by Bradford Webb. He was held by Patrick Jimenez. It's a 1st down for Conway at their own 42. But all that head coach Jeff Holt and the Cyclones want right now is for the clock to run, clock run. Ackland throws. Nice catch turned in. But Andrew Tryon able to keep the receiver, Tristan Eddings, in bounds. That keeps the clock moving at the 47-yard line. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this one, and Russellville with a 21-point lead. Oh, it'll be a happy Cyclone bus headed to Russellville tonight if this holds up. Ackland throws the screen pass, and it's incomplete. Tried to throw it for Jalen Jones, but it fell incomplete. And they had the screen pass set up as Russellville was bringing the blitz. But Jones didn't catch the football, so no harm done. Wampus Cats bring 2 wide receivers left. Ackland rolls to the near side. Wants to throw. Then brings it down and rolls right. Now he's going to run with it. 40-yard line to the 35, and Rue Massey downs him at the 33-yard line. Chased him the whole way. Number 82, Rue Massey, 6'4", 210 junior. Nice job of trailing the play, but Ackland, pretty good speed and herky-jerky moves. Enough for a Conway 1st down at the 34. Give the football off to Harmon. Harmon trying to find some room. Finally turns it into about a 5 or 6 yard run. Kind of starting and stopping and moving. Addison Walker, 44 on the play, and also in there for the stop was Ty Osborne, and Ty is still down on the field. So we'll have an official's timeout. So again, the injured Cyclone Ty Osborne, number 53, 5'10", 185 senior. And nothing doing there for Harmon. Harmon was slowed up by Rue Massey just as he got a hold of the football. Look at it right here. And that's Blake Robinson that slows him down. And then a bunch of white jerseys collapse on Jamarcus Harmon. Still a yard to go for a 1st down for Conway. 31-10 the score. Give it off to Ackland. Into the secondary. Bradford Webb brings him down at the 4-yard line. But a nice run, best of the night. Rue Massey also there, number 82. But Xavier Ackland with his finest run of the night. And he is elusive. Let me tell you, he kind of starts and stops and stutter steps. And now Conway knocking on the door. Ackland takes it, and he's in for the score. He dropped the football, but he had already scored with the football, and it makes it 31-16. Conway, very impressive on that drive, mostly because of Ackland's running. And the Wampus Cats, with an extra point, can pull back within 2 touchdowns. It'll be 31-17 if the extra point kick is good. Time, of course, a big factor now as far as Conway is concerned.
Chase Calcagney will hold. And Ben Reiner will attempt point.
Ben Reiner, number 8, will attempt the extra point kick. It's up. And it is good. Calcagney was the holder. And the score, Russellville 31, Conway 17. We'll be back with the Conway kickoff after you see these messages. .5:58 to go in the football game. Conway will kick off. Ben Reiner will handle it. But will it be an onside? Look how Conway is lined up. It looks like it'll be an onside kick attempt. So here's Reiner.
Reiner in kicking position.
He squibs it and it goes out of bounds. So that's at the 49-yard line. And Russellville will get the ball. It was a good idea by Conway, and that was a live ball as soon as it crossed the 50, so they could have gotten there, they could have recovered, but it went out of bounds, and Russellville will have it. A calculated gamble by Conway that very nearly could have been pulled off. So Russellville, 14-point lead, 5 minutes plus to go. There it is, 5:58 to play. The Cyclones don't want to make any mistakes here. Just keep the clock moving. Jacob Sparks kind of stumbles his way for about 2. But the main thing is hold on to the football. 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. And let the clock run. Russellville 31, Conway 17. What a sweet victory this would be for Russellville. Next week, Cabot. Last game of the regular season. And then who knows what as far as the playoffs are concerned. Back, Barrett Hughes throwing. And it's complete. Nice grab. Turned in by Demarius Neal. The big 235-pound tight end made a heck of a grab. Let's look at it from the instant replay from ground level. Rolling left. Hughes comes and throws back across his body, and nice leaping grab by Demarius Neal, brought down by Elliott Collins, number 4. But tell you what, Neal's had a couple of really good grabs tonight. You see, Lane Reeves is in the ball game. And there's the Cyclone band on this cold night. Hughes gives it off. Sparks. And Sparks able to just fall forward about the 33. Just try to keep the old clock a-moving. Football at the 33-yard line, 2nd and 7. And Conway has not elected to try to take some of those timeouts yet. Barrett Hughes comes over, gets a quick word from head coach Jeff Holt. Got to be very satisfying for head coach Jeff Holt this evening after that train wreck of a year ago. Hughes throws, gets Collins. Collins, nice little reverse action. Moves ahead for about 5 or 6 yards. Stop was made by Darian Hill, number 45. Football down around the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. So the Cyclones would like another score. Most of all, they just want to keep the football away from the Conway offense and let the clock do the rest. Collins goes split far left. This is Lane Reeves, number 14, in under center. And he just kind of pushes his way forward down to the 25-yard line. And that was what they needed for a first down. That's what he was in there for, all 6'3" of him. You know, head coach Jeff Holt has got to feel great because there he's got, if you look on the lower right of your screen, he's got Lane Reeves and also Barrett Hughes that he can interchange. Lane Reeves proved that he could handle it while Barrett Hughes was out with that shoulder injury. We're down to 3 minutes to play. So Coach Holt has got a lot of confidence now in Lane Reeves, which is exactly what he needs because Barrett Hughes is a senior, and after this season, he got to have a quarterback to go to. Well, it's a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. Cyclone Band having a big time. The tuba's going all over. Round and round she goes. Not much time remaining in this one here at Conway, and it has been all Russellville tonight, or at least most of the way. 17 points scored by Conway. Cyclones taking all the time that they possibly can. Reeves going to run the football, and he's going to pick up a couple before a whole host of blue jerseys throws him back. Wesley Hoover, 24. 45, Darian Hill make the stop, but one thing Coach Holt has told them, I'm sure, is don't run out of bounds. Stay in bounds. 23-yard line is where the football is. Lane Reeves in there. The band. They'll also have a mighty happy trip home tonight. Keeping it. Lane Reeves straight up the gut. Gained down to around the 15 or the 16-yard line. Look at it again. Those long legs, and there's quite a nice hole there opened up. And when you're 6'3", 180, you also do a good job. There's a timeout on the field. We'll be right back. $1:45 to play. The offensive line has done a great job. Defense has played tremendous. Anytime you beat Conway, it's great. Here's Lane Reeves. Falls inside for a short gain. It's a first down for the Cyclones.
First down, Russellville. The ball will be spotted at the 14-yard line.
All the Cyclones want to do right here is just let the whole clock run. 135, 134. The Cyclones trying to stay in the huddle as long as possible. And we're on the right end of the field, too, with Conway with their backs to the wall. Cyclones could score again. Barrett Hughes gives it off to Jacob Sparks, and Jacob falls to the 10. But it's all just a matter of time and who has the football now. 31-17, Russellville over Conway. Football at the 11-yard line. Lane Reeves is in there. Let's see what the Cyclones want to pull here. With just seconds left in this one at Conway, and the Cyclones will be able to explode with a big victory. Barrett Hughes under center. Give it off. Jacob Sparks trying to get to the outside. Now he's going to be pulled down about the 15-yard line. Couldn't quite get there, but he stayed in bounds. And the Cyclones can begin to celebrate. That's going to be it because Cyclones won't have to run another play. Everybody begins to shake hands and not too happy, though, in Conway. Very quiet as the Cyclones win this one 31-17. Cyclone recap for the second half. What a ball game. Hughes going downtown. Cole Smith with the grab. Barrett Hughes again to Demarius Neal. Ooh, he takes a pasting but just turned and kept on going. The 235-pounder. There's an interference call, an interception by Conway, but it was coming back. That field goal is good, making it 21-10. Field goal from Reiner by Conway. Matt Lutz, oh, he's in for the score. He smelled the end zone. And the extra point kick is good from Zach Hocker. 4:49 to go. And look at this defensive play. Move 1, 2. Harmon can't get away. 3, 4. Finally. Boom, 5. Cyclones hit him for what a big loss. That's the way the defense played all night. Jacob Sparks, nice run here. Back. Throwing it. Demarius Neal once again, rumbling down the field. Barrett Hughes to Collins, and that's an interference call. Could have been a touchdown. On the reverse, Cole Smith with a nice run. Gets it deep into Conway territory at the 9. Give it off. Jacob Sparks, where is he? Where is he? Almost in the end zone. Denied once again. Big night of denials. And the kick up, and the kick is good. On the field goal by Zach Hocker. Short range. There's Acklin in for the touchdown. He had a big second half. The extra point kick good by Reiner. Made it 31-17. Then look at this swarming defense by the Cyclones. The pass from Barrett Hughes to Demarius Neal. What a leaping grab. Even though he's busted pretty good, he holds onto the football. Here's Lane Reeves once again. Going strong, keeping the drive alive, keeping the football in the hands of the Cyclones with a final score of Russellville 31 and Conway 17. Cyclone recap. Here are the offensive stats for the ball game. 19 of 29, 287 and 4 touchdowns for the Cyclones, rushing 39 rushes for 119 yards. A well-balanced offense, but a big offensive night for Barrett Hughes with 4 touchdown passes. Blake Robinson, 7 tackles. Andrew Tryon and Rue Massey also with 7 tackles in the game for the Cyclone defense to lead the way.
Next week. Got it? Let's have fun this weekend. Come back and go to work. Great job.
Cyclones, as you heard head coach Jeff O, going to the middle of the field for their final cheer of the night. Next week, Cyclones and Cabot. Cyclones could gain a share of the conference championship. It's next week. Join us then for Cyclone football.
1, 2, 3.
Cyclone Pride!
This week's Players of the Game brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. The offensive player of the game, Barrett Hughes, 4 touchdown passes. Defensive player of the game, Blake Robinson, And special teams player of the game, Zach Hocker. There they are, the players of the game, brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. See you next week.